Hi guys, what is up? It's Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm in my car, I have my phone, and we are going to be having a little college chat. So today's video is going to be all about advice that I would give my freshman self or give you guys if you guys are going to be freshmen in college. So I'm also just going to be answering some questions that you guys have given me about college and about Liberty and about my major and everything. For you guys who don't follow me on Instagram, I definitely recommend it because I do like questions on my story and you guys have a chance to ask a question if you're curious about something and I will respond to it in a video. Okay, starting off with the first question, I got this one a lot and it was, how did you know that your school is the right school for you? So I go to Liberty University. I'm gonna be a sophomore, so I already finished my freshman year. And so the story is I didn't know that my school was the right school for me until 3 weeks before school started. I didn't even know I wanted to go to college until like senior year, but junior year I did apply to 7 schools. I think I have a video up about my college decisions and like acceptance process. I'll link it down below. And I just talked about the schools I applied to. I got into all of them except I was waitlisted for Virginia Tech. So it was cool because I had a lot of options, but it was also complicated because I just didn't know what I was looking for in a school. And then I just started to like narrow things down about what I liked about certain schools and what I didn't. And I did a lot of touring. I learned that I like schools that are bigger. I like a bigger student body. I like schools that are involved in extracurricular activities. Like I like when they have like a football team or they have like athletics and they have a lot of clubs, and I like that they have Christian organizations on some campuses. So those are just like some things that I thought about to narrow down my choices. But then when it came to like finding out the right fit for school for me, ultimately the way that I made my decision was God, because I also chose this one school for just not the best reasons. The reason why I shouldn't have chosen that school and I did it for the wrong reasons was it wasn't because I liked the school, I felt comfortable there, or like I could really see myself there. It was just because I was too scared to go to any other school because I thought this was my best chance to succeed. So it was just basically based off of me being fearful for my future and not trusting God. And I don't know, right before I left for that school, I just got really anxious and I was like, I literally cannot go to that school. I just don't think that it's right for me. And I prayed about it. I wanted to go to a Christian school, so I was looking at 3 Christian schools and Liberty was one of them. And I didn't think it was an option for me to go to Liberty. I thought like I would have to wait a year and then transfer in, but I just prayed and I was like, God, if this is your will for me to go to Liberty, make it really known, like allow me to go to this semester, because if not, like I'm gonna look at other schools and I don't think Liberty will be the Christian school I end up with. And then I submitted an email asking if I could still like go to their school even though school is about to start in 3 weeks, and I was sure all the classes and the housing and everything was closed. I got an email like an hour later and it was like, no, you are still accepted, you have scholarships waiting for you, there's housing and classes open. And then literally within the next hour I was all set up for school. So it was so easy that I just kind of knew that it was the right school for me. And then being there on campus too, and like knowing the people I know, having experiences that I've had, I definitely see that it is the right school for me because I feel like it is my home away from home. I feel comfortable and I love my major, I love my friends, and love my classes there. So also here's the thing too, if your school is not the right school for you, transferring is very easy and it is very common and normal. And a lot of people don't think it is, but it is, because a lot of people will find out that the school is not how they thought it was, or it's not a good match, or they want to change their major. Whatever it is common and normal and it does happen. So it is not something to be afraid of too if that happens to you. This one's funny. Spill the tea about the Liberty boys, LOL. Okay girl, I'm gonna spill tea about the college boys in general. So this one is really funny because I honestly needed to hear this before I went to school. A lot of people expect just because they're like you're in a college campus and everyone is an adult that the boys are suddenly like 10 times better and they're all like marriage material and that you're gonna find like your dream husband. And a lot of girls are coming to Liberty being like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna meet my husband. I'm gonna burst your bubble. A lot of the boys that you knew in high school are still going to your school, and just like you, they really haven't changed yet. You only haven't seen them for a few months, and they might not be the same boys that you went to high school with, but they're like a representation of them. And one difference they have is that now they grow mustaches, but besides that, they're still the same maturity level, emotional awareness, and sensibility as high school boys. They're just like a few months older. I'm not saying that there aren't really great guys on campus, but I'm just saying that especially as a freshman, the freshman boys are still very similar to high school boys, so be aware. And also you need to learn that just because a person is a good guy doesn't mean he is a great guy for you. And that is something that I've learned this year, because there's a lot of people that I do love, but if we were dating, that would just be not a good match. The next question that I got is, what was your biggest fear before coming to college? My biggest fear was not making any friends or not feeling like I fit in. I had like a preconceived notion of kind of how my school was before I went there, and also I was like, I don't know, just not used to making friends, because in high school, especially when you're a senior, you kind of have the same friends that you've known for like a 4-year span or like a 3-year span, or you've known them for at least some time. And in college, it's just a complete fresh new start, and I didn't really know anyone at my school that like I was friends with. I knew people, but we weren't friends. We were just like acquaintances. That was just something that was nerve-wracking, to like meet people and make friends. But honestly, especially at college, people are so like welcoming to friendships, and they want to get to know people. Like, people want to get to know you and make friends too, because they're all in the same boat as you. So that was something that definitely went away when I went to school. Even though you attend a Christian university, do you still feel any social pressures of college? Oh my gosh, yes. People have this misconception that just because Liberty is a Christian college doesn't mean that we don't have college issues. Is college stressful? Is it fun? Okay, so yes, it is stressful, because it can be, like, depending on your classes and depending on your workload, it can be stressful at times, but the stress does go away because your classes move really fast. But it is really fun. It's just a fun season in life. Like, you just live with your best friends and you can just kind of do whatever you want. You all have like the freedom to do a lot because you're not like working full-time jobs and you're in school. So it is like a really fun time. It's also a weird time. How is the move-in process? Honestly, it's actually really good. I know a lot of schools don't have the best move-in process. It's very crowded and it takes forever, but Liberty was really good when I moved in. They had a bunch of people waiting for me. They move your stuff in. It honestly gets moved in like 15 to 30 minutes tops. It wasn't stressful at all. So the move-in process was really good. Is Liberty very strict? No. And a lot of people are surprised by this answer. It seems like it's strict, but honestly, when you're on campus, it really isn't. The one big thing that's strict is just being in your room by curfew. And I mean, they're strict about like drinking, partying. That's something like drinking and partying, and drugs is something that all colleges are strict against if you get caught with, especially if you're underage. So no one comes to Liberty like not knowing the rules. Everyone knows the rules coming to Liberty. Some people might think they're strict, some people might not, but like, you can always read the rules, understand what you're signing and agreeing to by going to that school. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's understandable. And like, there's so many other great colleges that you could be interested in. Okay, so the next set of questions I'm gonna be talking about is health. So I got a few questions on how to stay motivated to work out, and also how to eat healthy on a college campus. To answer your questions, I honestly do struggle with both of these because I have a very fast metabolism, so that causes me to just like not abuse my body, but take my health for granted sometimes. So I don't always make the best eating choices, and I also don't make the best exercise choices. There's a lot of people who love to work out. I am not one of those people. I'll be honest, I hate it. I honestly hate it. I think it is so annoying. I hate being sweaty. But the way I do try to stay motivated as much as I possibly can is by asking my friends to come to classes with me, and then taking out workout classes like at the gym. So at my school, we have workout classes that are free, you can sign up for. I've taken spin, I've taken yoga, I've taken like Pilates, I've taken bar. So that is what I do to stay motivated to work out when I work out, which is not often, but I definitely need to start, and I probably will more this year. So for food, that was something that was an adjustment for me, because before school I was vegan, and then I stopped being vegan when I came onto college campus, because it is very hard to be vegan. It is possible, but it's hard. It is kind of hard to make wise decisions on what to eat on campus, because there are a lot of temptations and very easy access to as much food as you want. And I just never really grew up eating junk food or eating food like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, like living my best life. And I gained some weight because of that, and I also just felt unhealthy because of that. But it's really just making conscious decisions on how to stay healthy. And also I recommend eating in a regular like pattern. A lot of people will gain weight or be unhealthy not because they eat unhealthy meals, but because they eat unhealthy snacks, and they'll just eat like whenever they're bored or whenever they're stressed, which is a lot. Okay, and the last question I'm going to answer is, would it be hard to have a job and be a full-time student? So for that, I would say it honestly depends on who you are as a person yourself. It is definitely possible. It may be challenging if you're not good at time management, or if you have other extracurricular activities and things that you want to do outside of work and school. I do recommend though your first year, or at least your first semester, don't really get a job, just focus on school and getting adjusted. And then once you're like used to that, then you can bring in work and kind of learn to balance your schedule, your social life, and your education. That was everything that I'm answering for you guys. I hope this helped for you incoming freshmen, has given you some peace of mind, and answered a lot of the questions that you have about college. I will see you guys next time with a new vid. If you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.